Hey guys, we are about to do our pregnancy update because you guys have been DMing me a lot of questions, and I put up a questionnaire on Instagram also telling you guys to ask me whatever you wanted to ask. And so basically I'm just going to be letting you guys know how my first, second, and third trimester has been going. We only have 3 weeks left until baby boy is here, which is crazy, right?
Yeah,
like
boy.
Time just flew by.
Yeah, man.
But okay, so all right, so first trimester I would say was like the most adjusting that I had to do, like as far as like symptoms or whatever, because the first 2 weeks I was fine, and then once I was like 6-7 weeks, everything like hit me at once. I was nauseous, but I was only nauseous if I didn't eat. Like if I ate on time, I was fine. If I didn't eat, all hell broke loose. Like I was gagging. What else? Oh, spitting. I thought that was never going to go away. Like I hated going out to the store because I had to carry like a bottle with me, like a spit bottle, because I had so much saliva, like I couldn't swallow it. Like it was constant spitting, and I never thought I'd be the person like spitting. Yeah,
spitting.
It was bad, you guys. Like, and that actually lasted up until my second trimester. I was like 16 weeks when it stopped. It's kind of started again for like the past week or so, but I know like my hormones are probably acting real crazy because baby's almost here. But I was so grateful for the break from the spitting because it was so
nasty.
It was gross. But I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah. Sleep. You ain't had no energy.
Yeah, no energy.
Yeah, you was shut down.
I
like,
slept
nothing.
a lot.
So what else went in the first trimester? Your boobs, they was hurting real
bad.
Yes,
my boobs were so sore. Oh, and I had a lot of crazy dreams.
Like
Like
color too, right? You was dreaming in color.
Well, I always dream in color.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I always dream in color.
Dream
I don't know. I know not a lot of people dream in color.
Yeah. How many of y'all dream in color, man? Because she dream in color like all the time.
So yeah, around
what, 6 to 8 weeks?
Yeah. That was a little, I guess that was like emotional for us because we were in and out of the ER a lot. The doctors couldn't really tell me what was going on, but I was having bleeding, and like it wasn't like, it started out as spotting, but here and there I would have like this TMI but like I would have like a gush of blood. And so, you know, whenever you have bleeding, you have to go to the ER because you never know what's going on. And we would be leaving the ER and they would tell us like, oh, we ran tests, everything is fine, everything looks good, baby is good, but
why are we bleeding?
Yeah, exactly. But they would say, oh, we think it's a threatened miscarriage.
Yeah.
So I would go home with these papers, and basically in the back of my mind I'd just be thinking like, okay,
is he gonna make it?
Yeah,
we didn't know it was a boy or girl, but
yeah,
is the baby gonna make it?
Yeah, we were just thinking, is this like something that we're supposed to be mentally preparing ourselves for? It gave us like a feeling of anxiety, kind of, because we didn't know whether to be like preparing to have a baby or preparing to like lose a baby, basically. And I mean, it's like we felt like everything was fine because they couldn't find anything. And I know if you're bleeding, they have to tell you like, oh, it could be a threatened miscarriage, but they didn't say like a miscarriage was happening. But we had like 3 or 4 hospital runs because it just kept happening.
That was in like a 2-week span too.
Yeah. And then from like 6 to 9 weeks basically. Yeah, the only thing they can tell you is it could be a threatened miscarriage because they can't really run any tests on the baby. So that was that. You know, that was our first time experieing that, so like we didn't know.
You crying, I'm crying.
Yeah, like it was like super emotional.
All over the place. Then I gotta go to work. Oh god.
Oh my gosh, one night we stayed in the hospital for so many hours, and he had to go to work. He actually had just got off of work, went to work out, and we get home, we eat, we're chilling, and then it happened. So like we rushed to the ER. We were there all night, and then you had to go to work like 2 hours later. It was a mess, you guys. A mess. Like,
that was a rough, what was that, 36 hours, a day and a half? That was bad, boy. That was a rough time.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we made it out of there, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
Second trimester. How did you feel about the second trimester? I'm gonna ask you.
I feel like we kicked it into gear, second trimester. I feel like you were still sleeping, like a lot.
Yeah.
But as far as like your mental energy, like knowing that, okay, you're a little bit closer to that threshold where even if you had a baby now, there's still like a 50% chance he's gonna make it. So it made you feel better. It made me feel better. You know what I'm saying? That's when we really started like planning more for the baby. You know, excited about what the baby was gonna be, whether it was gonna be a boy or girl. You know what I'm saying? So like our whole morale, like our energy, everything just picked up. And
I got a new doctor because I was seeing this lady, and
oh yeah,
she was a nurse practitioner. It was a lot of things that she didn't know. I know a lot of nurse practitioners see pregnant women, but this lady specifically is like what I'm speaking on. Yeah, so she didn't really help either with like confirming like what was good and what wasn't. Mm-hmm. So that was another factor. But I got a new doctor. He was really great. He ran a lot of tests and everything was fine. Mm-hmm. Ultrasound was fine. Like I was good. And come to find out, the bleeding was just sensitive cervix or whatever. So yeah, but yeah, I had a lot of energy.
Yeah, you did have a lot of
I had a lot of energy.
Appetite picked up.
I could eat whatever. Oh, that's what we didn't talk about. First trimester, another thing was food. You know how everyone talks about like, oh, like I knew I was pregnant because I was having cravings. I had food aversions. I didn't want any of my favorite foods. I couldn't take the smell of anything. Nope. I could smell the neighbors cooking coming through the freaking windows. Like it was a mess. Like
you
everything.
Would tell me what you wanted, and I would cook it for you, and you couldn't take the smell.
The
of me
smell. I used to feel so bad because he would be cooking me meals and like I would think that I want it and bring it to me and I'd be like, oh my god, the smells would be so bad. I would hide under the covers. I hated the smell of the stove when it got turned on. I hated the smell of green peppers. I didn't like how peanut butter tastes.
All of these things she loves, by the way.
Yeah,
she'll
like
eat all of them. She'll eat all of that.
I didn't like mashed potatoes. It was a mess. I didn't want anything, and I was always hungry, which made me really emotional. That's another thing during the first trimester. I was really emotional because I'd be hungry, but then I didn't know what I wanted to eat, so I would start crying. He's been a real trooper because it's been a real,
a time with
roller coaster. We're like a time with me, really.
Nah, I ain't been. I've been enjoying it.
Oh.
Yeah, you cool.
Yeah, I've been.
You've been rocking this pregnancy.
Thanks. I be doing my things. I wanted pickles on everything. I ate pickles with my spaghetti. I ate pickles with all my sandwiches. I have no complaints about the second trimester. Honestly, it was like the best one. My spitting stopped. I had energy. I wasn't as moody. I wasn't as emotional.
You were starting to glow.
Yes, I could eat, you know what I'm saying? Like all my foods was like tasting good again. Smells were still strong, but they weren't like as bad. Like I don't know.
I still couldn't breathe on you.
Yeah, even now.
I can't breathe on you now.
No, it's just I don't know.
That's just for real.
I just be like, babe, I love you. Please don't breathe on me.
Back up.
So during my second trimester, I think like around 15 or 16 weeks, I felt the baby flutter for the first time. I was super excited because we saw him moving around like 13 weeks, I think, or 12 weeks, but I couldn't feel it. Like, you could see it on the screen that he was moving, but I felt nothing. And I know they say with like your first pregnancy, it takes a while for you to feel them, but because I was so small, I felt the flutters early, and I was just like, oh my gosh, like I can feel him. We saw his little kicks at like 17 weeks. It was the smallest little thing, like movements ever, but we could feel them, we could see them. We were like super excited about that. And then he started moving like a lot. Like 17 weeks, he could feel the baby kick.
Yeah, he was very active early.
Yeah.
Or at least we could feel it early. He was active.
And now I know he has no room to like move around like he used to, because I have no room. No more room for him to go around. So, third trimester.
You're in full stride now.
Yeah.
You walking, you exercising, you squatting.
I feel like that's what they call like nesting, because like I'm able to move around a lot, and I've been trying to like get all baby stuff, you know, like ready, and like it's like I have a burst of energy, but I don't because I'm super tired. Third trimester is weird. It's like I'm super tired, but at the same time I have all this stuff that I want to get done. So I've been
like shopping on
Amazon.
Amazon every 2 days. Every 2 days.
Amazon has been here, a lot.
They know us.
Our baby needs these things.
Sure,
you feel me?
Sure. Absolutely.
But third trimester has been fun, getting all the baby stuff ready, folding all his clothes. We're so excited for him to get here. I'm like super excited.
Me too. I'm pumped.
Okay, so I'm how many weeks am I? Okay, that's another thing. Pregnancy brain. You guys, that's a real thing.
Today's Tuesday, the 18th. So you'll be 37 weeks on.
In 2 days, I'll be 37 weeks. So we have 3 weeks and 2 days left. No, 3 weeks and 1 day left until baby's here. Yeah. And my 34-week appointment, it was like 34 weeks and 4 days I had an appointment. Yeah. And his head is so low that like when my doctor was checking my cervix, he could actually feel baby's head, which was crazy to me because I was like, what?
Shook.
I know. But he flipped kind of early. He flipped in his second trimester. Like I said, this boy is active, like he be on the move. I don't know where he think he going, but around like 27, 28 weeks, he was already head down. Was it 27? No, it was, like 27. It was like 26, 27 weeks, he was already head down. Okay. But now, so at my 34-week and 4-day appointment, he was really low, and I had already started dilating. So I was almost 2 centimeters dilated, which is crazy. My doctor feels like I'm gonna have my baby sooner. So, well, he's still gonna be a Virgo though, because Leo season's almost over. Yeah.
You gotta get past that Leo season, man. No disrespect, I know some of y'all Leos out there, but
that's my moon sign.
Daddy a Virgo, so
I don't mind a fire sign.
It's only right for my son to be a Virgo. Yeah. So what's that? The 22nd? As long as he get past the 22nd, he'll Virgo, right? Yeah. So we hold on for 4 more days, then he can come on with it. Yeah.
Whenever he's ready, because my feet swollen. I have I have like a slight carpal tunnel in my fingers and my wrists, so like they hurt. I've been having a lot of water retention. You know,
all in your cheeks.
All in my cheeks, all in my like arms, like my wrists. My ankles are cankles. My ankles are swollen, my toes. I can't wear my ring. I haven't been able to wear it for a while.
You're welcome.
Thank you for making me bubbly. But I don't mind it. I don't mind any of it because I know this is what's supposed to happen. As far as like stretch marks, because I feel like that was a question. I didn't even answer the questions yet. As far as like stretch marks and stuff like that, I haven't gotten any on my belly, but I know that that has to do with genetics. Like if your mother got them, then you'll get them. If she didn't, then you won't, or you might not. I stay moisturized with Jergen argan oil lotion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
bio oil.
Yeah.
I live by bio oil.
Yeah.
I've been using bio oil even before I was pregnant because I just it's bomb, okay? But as far as stretch marks though, I do have some on my thighs and my butt, but I've always had stretch marks there. So I feel like with the pregnancy and me gaining weight, which how much weight have I gained?
You want me to tell them? What you want to tell them?
How much weight have I gained?
You done gained like 40 pounds, ain't it?
50.
50. I was trying to see. I want to do you like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, she done gained about 50 pounds.
I gained 50 pounds, so I have gotten a little bit more stretch marks on my thighs and my butt. But like I said, it is what it is. Like that's what's happening. I don't have any control over what happens, you know, to my body when I'm pregnant. Like my neck has gotten darker. Some parts of my skin have gotten darker, but for the most part, it's just like normal things, like the boobs, you know, getting bigger, the cheeks. I'm gonna wrap this part up